Hey Defenders, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how we can integrate CoPilot with Graylog. So we'll go ahead and go into connectors, and we will go ahead and select our Graylog connector. Now, just like we did with the Wazoo indexer, we need to go ahead and create an account within Graylog that CoPilot is going to use to authenticate with Graylog. So I'm going to open up my Graylog instance here. I'm going to go into System, and I'm going to go into Users and Teams. And within here, I'm going to select Create User. Now, we do need to give it a name, first name, last name, username, and email address. So for this, I'm just going to say CoPilot. You can, of course, use whatever you want. But do remember your username, because that's what we'll use when configuring the connector within CoPilot. I am going to specify an email address as well. This doesn't have to be a valid email. It can just be a dummy email address. I'm going to go ahead and enable my sessions not to time out. And I'm going to assign it a role as admin because CoPilot will be doing a lot of things within Graylog. It'll be configuring pipelines. It'll be creating pipeline rules. It'll be starting and stopping inputs. So it does need elevated privileges to be able to do so. And then here we are going to set a password here. I'm just going to do a password of please subscribe. But do make sure that this is a strong and protected password. So I'm going to go ahead and select create user. And now we have our CoPilot user added into Graylog. So now I'll go ahead and go to my connectors page. You'll notice here that we are indeed not verified. I'm going to go ahead and update this guy. And I'm going to change the IP address to the host name of my Graylog instance. And then I'm also going to set the port that Graylog's API is listening on. And that port by default is 9000. So now I'm going to input my username, which was CoPilot, and then input my password of please subscribe, select save, and now our connector has been configured and we are indeed now verified. Now, to double check and make sure that the user, that CoPilot is able to pull all the data from Graylog, I'm going to go ahead and go into Graylog and go into management. You'll see I have my messages that I get from Graylog displayed here. I can go into alerts to see what alerts Graylog may have configured on, events, streams. I can also select my inputs to verify that we're getting all our inputs and that all looks good. I can go ahead and stop and start an input as well. So that all looks good. We'll deep dive into what CoPilot is doing with Graylog in future videos. But in terms of verifying our connector, CoPilot has now connected to Graylog. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I appreciate your time, and I will meet you in the next one.